A distribution transformer has a connected load of 300 HP, motor operating at 70% load factor and 50% demand factor. The energy cost is 4 pesos per kilowatt hour. What is the average kilowatt load if the efficiency is 80%? Okay, ang tinatanong, what is the average kilowatt load? So, ibig sabihin, that is under your output side. Okay? Ang binigay niya dito, meron tayong distribution transformer. Tama ba? What is the average kilowatt load if the efficiency is? Sige, tingnan muna natin. Meron siyang binigay dito na connected load na 300 HP. So mukhang tama. We have to find the output first. Pero kung wala man tayong makuha ang output, baka yung input na yung hinahanap. Okay? So what dito, meron siyang binigay na connected load 300 HP. So mukhang alam na natin yung unknown. That is the input nga, hindi yung output. Kasi dito, nagbigay na siya ng connected load. So ito, this is your output. So baka itong average kilowatt na to, that is under your input ng transformer. Okay? Try natin. So meron daw tayong 300 HP. So i-convert na agad natin yung 300 HP na yan. So 300 HP, gawin ko na agad siyang watts. So times 746. So 223.8 kilowatts. So nagbigay siya ng load factor and 50% demand factor. So ano kaya yung unang makukuha natin dito? So try natin kunin muna yung average load. Kasi yun yung hinahanap naman, di ba? Average load. Okay, so average load. Ano ulit yung mga formulas na involve yung average load? Load factor, tama. Load factor multiplied by the peak load. Pero ang tanong, may peak load ba tayo? Wala. Kasi ang binigay niya lang dito is your load factor. So, kailangan ulit natin kunin yung peak load using another formula. Ayun, nagbigay siya ng demand factor. So, the demand factor is equal to, ano ulit yung formula natin? Summation of individual, diversity ito. Demand factor, peak load over connected load. So, peak load, pwede ko nang kunin, that is the demand factor multiplied by the connected load. So, meron na. Meron tayong connected load, which is yung output ng transformer kanina. So, from here, pwede ko na siyang idiretso. Ang average load is equal to the load factor times the peak load, which is diversity factor times the connected load. So, load factor is 70% multiplied by the demand factor, 50%, multiplied by the connected load, which is 223.8 kilowatts. So, this is now our average load. So, we have here 78.33 kilowatts. So, kung titignan natin sa choices, wala namang 78.33 kilowatts. Tama? Sabi natin that is the output. So, since wala, try natin kunin yung input by means of the efficiency. So, sabi natin, ang efficiency is output over input. So, try natin kunin yung input by dividing the output power to your efficiency. Sabi natin kanina, yung average load na nakuha natin dito, pwede siyang yung output ng transformer natin, which is equal to 78.33 kilowatts. Then, i-divide lang natin yan ng efficiency, that is 80%. So, take note, yung output ng transformer natin, hindi yan yung sa may 300 HP kasi that is a connected load. Okay, so magkaiba silang dalawa. Okay, so kunin na natin. So we have 78.33 divided by 0.8. That is 97.91. Which is meron sa choices. So we have letter B. So parang ganun pa rin, kung titignan natin, kung inuna mo yung efficiency na gamitin sa pag-solve ng output ng natin, ng load mismo, ng connected load, ganun pa rin naman. So parang yung 2 to 3.8, i-divide mo muna siya ulit ng efficiency. So parang babalik ka lang din doon. Tapos yung makuha mo doon, yun yung gagawin mo doon or yun yung gagamitin mo average load. Tsaka mo siya di-divide ulit or the times ng DF and LF. Parehas lang. Pero kung nalilito pa rin kayo, gamitin nyo lahat ng given, tapos tignan nyo sa choices. Okay, kung meron na ba yung napalabas nyo or wala pa. Kung wala pa, huwag kang tumigil hanggang makuha mo yung final answer. Gamitin mo ulit yung iba pa dyan na given. I think this is under thermodynamics na. Discussion na ito ng thermodynamics. Pero kung titignan kasi natin si number 22, mukhang madali lang siya. Bakit kaya? So tignan nyo yung unit ng choices. So naka BTU per kilowatt hour silang lahat. And kung titignan mo yung given, naka kilowatt hour, naka pound, tapos naka BTU per pound lang siya. Ibig sabihin, dito pa lang, pwede ka nang mag-unit analysis. Okay? So from here, gawin lang natin BTU per kilowatt hour yung nasa given. So nasaan yung BTU dyan? Nasa may 13,000. So that is 13,000 BTU per pound. I-times lang natin to ng mass, which is 0.9 pound, para maalis lang yung pound, and then i-divide natin siya ng 1 kilowatt hour. O, ayan, meron ka na agad sagot. That is simply 13,000 times 0.9. We have 11,700. That is in a unit of BTU per kilowatt hour. So, dito po engineers, sa may BTU per kilowatt hour, ito yung unit ni heat rate. Okay? So, ito ang unit ng heat rate natin. Another term na ginagamit for heat rate is yung tinatawag natin na energy efficiency ratio or the EER. So, mostly ang EER na kita nyo sa mga appliances ninyo, kung bumibili kayo for example ng refrigerator, ang pinipili nyo dyan is yung medyo mataas ang kanyang EER. Okay? Take note. Kung titignan kasi natin dito, ang unit na EER para siyang unitless. Sana. Bakit? Anong BTU? Di ba ang BTU ay unit of energy? Ano ang kilowatt hour? Di ba unit of energy also? So, energy per energy para siyang magiging unitless. Pero yun nga, ang ginagamit kasi na unit for heat rate or EER is naka-BTU per kilowatt hour. Hindi na siya kino-convert para mag-cancel yung BTU at saka kilowatt hour. Okay, yan na mismo yung kanyang unit for heat rate. Ito naman, si 13,000, ito yung tinatawag natin na heating value or pwede rin siyang tawagin as heating capacity or the heat capacity. Okay, so yan naman yung heating value or the heating capacity natin. So ang sagot dito for number 22 is letter. Okay, next tayo, number 23. Coal has an average energy content of 940 watt-year per ton and natural gas has an energy content of 0.036 watt-year per cubic feet. If 80% of the net energy requirement of 4.5 times 10 raised to 6 gigawatt hour were to be met with coal, what amount of coal will be required? Okay, so before natin isolve si number 23, since na-introduce ko na kanina si energy efficiency ratio, ibigay ko lang kung ano nga ba tong energy efficiency ratio. Si energy efficiency ratio, ito rin yung ating COP doon sa may thermodynamics. Di ba ang COP is the reciprocal of the efficiency. At sabi natin, ang efficiency, that is power input over power, or power output over power input. Or pwede rin siyang energy output over energy input. So based from this formula of efficiency, pwede ko nang mahanap dito yung formula ng ER or the energy efficiency ratio as the energy input, okay, over energy output. Okay. Yung isa pang formula na involved dito sa may ER is makita natin doon sa may input energy. Okay. So balikan lang natin ulit, no? This is input energy. Ano ulit ang unit ng input energy? Ito siya, naka-BTU. Kasi ito is your ER, so input over output. So dapat yung output na kilowatt-hour, yung input naka-BTU. Or pwede rin naman magbago pa yung BTU. Depends yan doon sa formula natin na ginamit doon sa may thermodynamics, which is yung sensible or latent heat. Pero pag sensible heat kasi, kailangan natin ng 2 temperature. Tama. Kasi sa sensible heat, ang ginagamit nating formula is si MC delta T. But for latent heat, ang ginagamit nating formula is yung M times H. So sa thermodynamics, yung H natin, pwede siyang latent heat of vaporization or latent heat of fusion. Siguro yung iba sa inyo, ML yung ginagamit. Okay lang din naman. L is your latent heat or also your H. Pero sa power plant natin, ang gagamitin natin dito is your H, which also stands for the heating value and heating capacity. Kaya kung babalikan nyo yung thermodynamics ninyo, same sila ng unit. Di ba yung latent heat of fusion tsaka vaporization, naka-BTU per pound, naka-kilojoules per kilogram, or calorie per gram. Kasi nga, that is energy per unit mass, ang kanyang unit. Okay, so eto na yung formulang gagamitin natin for the input energy. So tingnan natin kung paano hanapin si number 23. So ang tinatanong is the mass. So ito yung M natin. Ano na yung M natin dyan? So paano naman kaya natin mahanap yung mass na yan? Okay, kailangan natin ng heat capacity or heating value. Nasaan ba dyan yung heating value natin? Balikan yung unit ng heating value, that is energy per mass. So doon sa given natin, nasaan dyan ang energy per mass? Hindi ba ito? Watt year per ton? So meron na tayong H. How about the input energy? Take note, yung input energy, yan yung energy na kailangan nating i-feed doon sa ating power plant. So dito daw, 80% ng net energy requirement. Take note, requirement, yun ibig sabihin, yan yung i-feed natin sa plant. 80% ng net energy requirement is coal at ang total energy requirement natin ay 4.5 times 10 raised to 6 gigawatt hour. Ibig sabihin lang, pag hinahanap natin yung energy input gamit ang coal natin, that is simply 80% nung ating total energy requirement na 4.5 times 10 raised to 6 gigawatt hour. Okay, and that is equal to ilan yung ating energy input? That is 80% times 4.5 times 10 raised to 6. Take note, meron ka pang gigawatt hour dyan. So times 1 times 10 raised to 9. So we have here 3.6 times 10 raised to 15. Gawin ko na tong watt hour. Okay, so meron ka ng energy input. Pwede mo nang hanapin yung mass by dividing your energy input to your heat value. And that is equal to 3.6 times 10 raised to 15 watt hour. I-divide lang natin ito dun sa heat value niya na 940 watt year per ton. So, ang magiging unit natin for mass is ton, basta i-convert natin yung isa dito. So ito naka-watt year, ito naka-watt hour. So i-convert lang natin. In 1 year, we have 365 days. And in 1 day, we have 24 hours. O, ayan. So pwede na. Watt hour, magka-cancel. Matitira dyan ay in terms of month. So ito, divided by 940 times 365 times 24. So sa choices, naka times 10 raised to 6. So divide lang natin siya ng 1 million. So we have 437.2 times 10 raised to 6 tons. So we have letters. Okay. Next number 24. Di bale, present ko na lang ulit sa dulo yung ano natin, yung mga solutions natin. Mga hindi nakaabot nung una. Picturean nyo lahat. 24. A certain amount of fuel can be converted into 3 times 10 raised to negative 3 quads of energy. Assume a 300% or 30% overall efficiency for the power plant. If the average load of the power plant over a 24-hour period is 60 megawatts, how long in day or days the fuel will last? Okay. So nagbigay na siya dito ng ng efficiency agad. So pwede nating kunin yung efficiency by means of energy output and input. So energy out over energy in. Sige, direct na tayong mag-substitute. So efficiency natin is 30%. That is equal to your energy output. Ano yung energy output natin? So the energy output is ito. We have 60 megawatts. With a total time of 24 hours. So times 24 hours para maging megawatt hour. Okay? And take note, yung 16 megawatt na yon, that is 24-hour period. So 24 hours per day. Okay? Then sabi, ilang araw daw. So ito times natin to ng number of days. So n days. Times n. Then divide natin yan sa input. Take note, kailangan ko i-times to ng number of days para mag-cancel yung day natin dyan. And then para mahanap na rin natin yung total number of days for this output given yung input natin. Ano yung input natin? Ito siya. Si 3 times 10 raised to negative 3 quad. Okay, quad is a unit of energy also. Pero yung quad na yan, kailangan natin siya i-convert. Okay? So ang conversion natin ng quad from the word ng quadrillion, and meron niyang kinalaman sa BTU. So in 1 quad, we have 10 raised to 15. Okay, so in 1 quad, we have 10 raised to 15 BTU. Okay, but again, hindi pa ako pwedeng mag-cancel out dito or hindi pa ako pwedeng mag-calculator agad kasi eto naka-megawatt hour, eto naman naka-BTU. So, kailangan i-convert natin yung BTU papuntang unit ng megawatt hour. So, from your conversion factors sa my thermodynamics, in 1 BTU, we have 252 calories times, in 1 calorie, we have 4.186 joules. Yung joules, pwede kong i-convert ito kasi sabi natin, ang 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. So, ang 1 joule, pwede ko siya i-convert as 1 watt second. Okay? Then yung watt second dyan, gawin lang natin siyang watt hour. So in 1 hour, we have 3,600 seconds. So my watt hour, wala nang problema. You can now calculate for your N. Take note ha, yung taas naka-megawatt hour, yung baba naka-watt hour lang. So kailangan mo i-times ng 1 million nasa taas. Okay, so 0.3 times 3 times 10 raised to negative 3 times 10 raised to 15 times 252 times 4.186. Okay, then divided by 36 times 60 million times 24. Ayan, so we have 183 days. Approximately. So we have letter C. Okay. Next number 25. A 100 megawatt coal-fired power plant has an average heat rate of 95 BTU per kilowatt hour. The power plant factor is 75% and the heating value of the coal is 1,000 or that is 12,000 BTU per pound. Calculate the amount of coal usage for 1 day in pounds. So, naka-pounds yung ating choices. So, since ang hinahanap is mass pa rin, I think pwede na naman natin gamitin yung formula natin kanina for efficiency. Take note, may binigay siya ditong plant load factor na 75%. So, ano kaya itong 75% na to? Load factor pala ito, is efficiency. Akala ko siya yung efficiency natin. So, hindi natin siya magamit. But, ito, nagbigay siya ng heat rate. Ito pala dapat ang magamit. Heat rate, sabi natin, is also your EER. And sabi natin, ang formula ng EER natin is the energy input divided by the energy output. Okay, so EER is given na, ilagay ko na dito, 9,500 BTU per kilowatt hour. That is equal to the energy input. Again, ang energy input natin, that is M times the heat value. So, heat value niya ay 12,000 BTU per pound. And i-divide natin yan sa energy output. Pero ang tanong, wala siyang energy output. So, paano kaya natin siya i-calculate? Paano? Nasaan kaya yung energy output? Okay, kung wala siyang energy output, ang gagawin natin dito is i-consider yung average load natin as our output energy. Okay, yung average load, gagawin mo siyang average energy, yun yung gagawin nating output energy. So, pakitake note na lang natin dito, yung average energy, yun yung gagawin nating output energy. Okay, ano yung average energy? Wala pa siyang binigay, pero yun, nagbigay siya ng load factor. Sabi ulit natin kanina, ang load factor is your average energy divided by your peak load or your peak energy or the maximum energy. So from here, yung output natin, siya yung maging average. So ang average natin ay maximum times load factor. Ano yung maximum natin? Ito siya. So we have 100 megawatts times the load factor of 0.75. Okay, tingnan natin yung unit. Ang susundan po natin unit, ito, dapat naka BTU per kilowatt hour. So ito, BTU, so sakto naka-pounds na yan, pero ito, naka megawatt pa lang siya. So kailangan pa natin dito ng hours or ng time. So since 1 day naman yung kinonsider ni problem, i-times natin yung output na lang dito ng 24 hours para maging sakto na yung unit natin. BTU per kilowatt hour, magka-cancel naman yung pounds dito sa unit ng pounds na may mass. So giving us a unit of mass which is in pounds. Para magka-cancel yung BTU per kilowatt hour natin dyan. Pero take note ulit, yung kabila na kilowatt hour, yung kabila naka megawatt hour, so dapat i-times mo na 1,000 yung isa. Okay, so check natin. That is 9,500 times 100 times 1,000. times 24 over 12,000. Okay? May nakalimutan ako. 0.75. So we have here, so sa choices natin, ito siya. 1. So 1.425 times 10 raised to 6 pounds. So the answer here is letter A. So again pagka wala siyang binanggit na output energy, mostly naman kasi ang output energy binibigay niya as 1 kilowatt hour. Dito wala siyang binanggit. Ang binanggit niya lang ay load factor tapos yung output power ng ating or yung maximum maximum demand ng ating coal power plant.